Hey, welcome in, guys, to Coal Grove Live. We're getting ready to get things going here, live at Chesapeake High School, where the Hornets will be taking on the Chesapeake Panthers for the Little Brown Jug. So if you haven't been around this week, while we're waiting here, I'm going to turn the cameras around and whatnot so that we can talk back and forth before they have the national anthem. So we'll get started with that here in just a little bit. But if you haven't heard, Hornets will be hosting a playoff game next Saturday. That's October the 10th against Grandview Heights. And we hope to be able to bring it to you live right here on Coal Grove Live. Still working through the details on that. But super exciting time. So tonight's game is kind of like, no pressure. So tonight's game will not impact playoff seeding or anything whatsoever. It's only for the Little Brown Jug tonight. So we'll see how things go. Hey, my name's Josh Wheeler. Thanks for coming on and hanging out with us here tonight. The Coal Grove Live is something that we put together just to come hang out with me as we watch football. So hopefully, you're not expecting too much. And if you are, I'm sorry. I probably am not going to deliver. But, hey, thanks for coming on and hanging out. So, hey, Daniel Neville, Barbara Clay, Roger Turley, thanks for coming on and hanging out. We got Thelma Davis, Tammy Noble, David Camp, Randy Rife, Amanda Lane, Tammy Perry, Paula Mount Edge, thanks for coming on hanging out. Dick Roach, Tiffany Newman, and some others. We appreciate y'all coming out and hanging out. Hornets will be back to full speed here. Starters back, and so it'll be a good game to get some traction before going into the playoffs. Again, thanks so much for coming on and hanging out with us here tonight. We got 10 minutes left or so until we get this thing started. We want to go live a little bit early because we've been having some technical difficulties throughout the last few weeks, and I think that we've got all those things cleared up, so hopefully you'll be here for the long run. I don't know if you guys have been watching anything else, but Ironton's game with South Point was canceled tonight. So they actually brought in Division One Cincinnati Sycamore to play because why not? Why not bring in a Division One school if you can? Of course, in Division One, they're not Cincinnati Sycamore. I think is 1-4, but they're still a Division One school, so. It'll be an interesting game to see. You guys who are watching both, maybe you can let us know how it's going. I think it's a home game for Ironton. Hey, Jen Suttles, how's it going? Thanks for coming and hanging out with us here tonight. And by the way, guys, I'm looking down. I apologize. I'm just looking down here and seeing what's going on down here on my thing because I see you guys. Right? I'm getting away from the camera. I see all you guys right here. And, yes, I've got a chubby round face, so that's why we'll get off of my face as quickly as possible and right back into football. So, but tonight, Hornets are going to have to contain Donald Richendaler, super talented quarterback here at Chesapeake. He was injured last week, I'm sure, with a week's rest. He's probably roaring and ready to go here, but he has got some speed. He can throw the ball, so Chesapeake will run into their traditional wing T offense, which is their double wing. Anyway, we're going to have our national anthem. We're going to point you to the flag. We'll see you right back here.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this beautiful day that you've given to us. We thank you for this beautiful weather for football Friday night. We pray that you will bless all the athletes here tonight. We pray that you will keep them safe. We pray that you'll be with all of the participants, that you will watch over them. We pray that you will keep us all healthy. We pray that you will be with those who are suffering illness and those who are taking care of those who are sick will be blessed as well. Lord, we pray that you will be with both communities. We pray that you will always watch over us. Thank you for those who protect us. We thank you for the blessings you give to us each and every day. We pray that you will forgive us when we fall short of your will. And it's through Jesus we pray. Amen.
And 6 minutes and 20 seconds left until game time. We'll be getting back at it. So, yeah, guys, we've got a couple things going on here tonight that Hornets are going to have to they're going to have to get after it. With the pass defense last week, of course, if you watched the game last week against Portsmouth, you know that 66-63 win looks more like a basketball score than a football score. But the Hornets gave up nearly 500 passing yards. Now, do I expect that to be the same this week? No, absolutely not. We've got the majority of our secondary was out last week. They're back this week, and I think we'll be a lot better off this week than obviously the one we were last week, but it's still going to be a challenge. With Rich and Dolan, we'll have to look and see how he impacts the game, whether or not the Hornets will have to put a spy on him in order to keep him contained. And of course, I think that that's probably going to be a pretty good bet that at some point you're going to see a spy on Rich and Dollars. So we'll see how things shake down here as we get going. 5 minutes left to go here in pregame. So again, thanks you guys for coming on and hanging out with us here tonight. We certainly appreciate it. If you have any questions, anything that you would like to have answered, we'll try to help you out with that as much as what we can. You guys can let us know. We're coming through live, loud, and clear for us. That will help us out. And we're going to mute up here just for a second. They've got some copyrighted music playing, and sometimes that creates problems for us a little bit. So we're going to mute up. We'll be right back. 4:24 until we get this thing started. You are watching Hornet Football right here on Global Live. It is homecoming here at Chesapeake. I don't think there'd be anything that is more fun than ruining a homecoming game. Of course, fighting for the Little Brown Jug tonight. We appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out with us here. Hit the share button for us, and we would certainly appreciate that. Let people know that we've got some Cobra football going on here. If you can, make sure to let us know if you're tuning in for the first time or where you're tuning in from. We always like to see. There's always a variety of places that people are tuning in from, and I always like to see where things are coming in. So let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. So again, thanks for guys for coming on and hanging out. My name is Josh Wheeler, right here with Cobra Live. And we've got Friday Night Football coming up between the Hornets and the Panthers. So Little Brown Jug on the line for the Hornets. As long as just trying to get things going here early. And being able to get some things cracking and going in with some momentum into our playoff game next Friday. So Hornets will be receiving to start the game. Of course, they'll be kicking off for the second half. Fred Conley, all the way from Virginia. Cold Grove native, bringing home the jug. Amy Rowe, thanks for coming on hanging out. Brianna Willis, thank you. Kathy, and I always mess your name up, I apologize. Addie Dillo, thanks for coming on hanging out. Mary Malone Nichols, good to see you. Kevin Jenkins, Angie Murphy, Jeff Frills, good to see you. We're going to get some stuff started here again. We'll see the difference between the Hornet team here with back to full speed. The 5 starters that were out last week are back, plus Jaron Hicks returning from an injury. Wheeler and Simpson will be back to cover the kick.
The Hornets will receive the kickoff. Back to receive is number 8, Steven Simpson, and number 2, Malachi Wheeler. The kick for the Panthers is number 6, Lucas Shepard.
And guys, if you're watching, if you're not watching on the TV and you're just watching on your phone, there should be a share button somewhere around there, right? Smash that share button. And let others know there's Cobra football coming up. And it looks like the Chesapeake going to do the little thing that Ironton does all the time. And then they'll go back into their full set. And bobbled the ball back up to the 25, or crosses the 25. He's going to be down at the 26-yard line. It will be 1st and 10. Steven Simpson bobbles the ball down the goal line, keeps the momentum down a little bit, but the Hornets are going to get started at their own 26-yard line. I'm sorry, 27-yard line, 1st and 10. And Ferguson will run the play in. And in the backfield on the first play, it's going to be full house formation. Ferguson under center, he'll take the snap. The handoff is going to go to Austin Stapleton right in the middle. Now, unlike Portsmouth last week, Chesapeake's middle interior of their line has got some substantial size. So we'll see if the Hornets are going to attack the outside edges a little bit more here than what they did last week, where Austin Stapleton carried for 348 yards. Of course, carried the ball 37 times. The give is to Wheeler. Wheeler's loose. And it's going to be a Hornet touchdown. 11:08 left to go here in the first quarter, and Wheeler's going to break off a long run. About a 74-yard run for Wheeler, and that's a way to come back, I guess, to being out for a couple weeks with the quarantine and the Gallia game. I guess the rest was good. Hornets take a quick lead. Newcomb in to kick the extra point. Snap, hold us down, kick us up, and good. So 11:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Hornets score fast, second play of the game, and it's 7-0. Hornets. Yep, Tom. It's kind of hard to sit here and talk through it or whatever, because you got. It's funny. We've got Mom on one. We've got Mama Bear on one side, screaming and yelling. We've got Mama Bear screaming on one side, and it's like, you want to be all excited and that part, but Hey, it is what it is.
For the Panthers, number 14, Donald Richendollar, number 12, Thomas Sentz, and number 7, Levi Best.
Newcomb set to kick the ball off. And I don't think that, I think that's the attacking that outside edge is what we were talking about in pregame. Kick is out of bounds, and it's going to come out to the 35. So Chesapeake with good starting position at the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 coming out. Wales, 70, I don't know, 70 some odd yard touchdown from Malachi. I think that you could probably hear Mom screaming from here. She says she's screaming. That means that I know what that sounds like. I know what that's going to do. So here we go. Guys, 1st and 10 here for Chesapeake. And we'll see what impact Richendollar has. Again, we talked a little bit. They're going to go make a quick shift. Wheeler's going to wrap him up, and Schultz and Wheeler will wrap him up in the backfield. Loss of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 13 coming up for the Peak. Fullback up the middle is going to be taken down by Tucker Meadows. We'll have it up to the, looks like the 36-yard line, maybe between 36 and 37. Pickup of about 4.5, so let's call it 2nd and 8 coming up here for Chesapeake. 3rd and 8. Garrett, all the teams do make the playoffs this year, which I'll be honest with you, I've never been too, I haven't cared too much about that for Kentucky. I think it gets the kids excited, and hey, there's going to be a pass by Richendollar, and Richendollar takes off, misses the tackle, and he will have the 1st down and more. And there's going to be a long flag thrown in from the back judge, and my best guess is that's holding because it was thrown way back, and that is a hold. And that's going to back up. That'll back the Panthers up 10, so it's going to be 3rd down and 13 or so. Kick that screamer in the buttocks. That's funny. Hey, Ethan Steele, how's it going? Scott Dow, thanks for coming on, hanging out. Brandon Patrick, good to see you. 9:52 left to go here in the 1st quarter. It's 3rd and 13. Coming up here for, 3rd and 14 coming up here for the Panthers. But you saw the elusiveness of Richendollar right there. And that's something that we talked about in pregame that the Hornets are going to have to take care of. And Jaron Hicks comes up and makes contact with the receiver. As soon as the ball touches him, it's going to be incomplete. It is complete. Looks like a very short gain on the play of Finney. And it's going to be 4th down and 14 coming up for the Panthers. And it looks like the Panthers bring out the punt team. Wheeler back to receive the punt. Shank punt. And the Hornets are going to have the ball at the 48-yard line. 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Hornet ball. Well, fortunately for the Hornets, the Panthers helped them out with a holding penalty there. Otherwise, the drive would have still been going, but you take it when you can get it. That's 1st and 10 from the 47. Gary, all the schools did not play full schedule yet, though they can play at least 10 games. So if they get knocked out in the 1st round of the playoffs, they can schedule more games. Playoffs formation, give us to Wheeler. He's going to make the cut. And he'll have the ball across the 45 down to the 44. pickup of about 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. The North 8th Street Personal Stadium. That's funny. How many of you guys have the feed on TV? I'm kind of curious if you're on TVs or phones. A lot of people being able to put that on their TV now. Ferguson's under center. Is going to take the snap. Hands off to Chase Hall. Chase Hall down the sideline. He'll make a little cut, move. He bowls his way in, and did he score? He did not. He's down short of the end zone, but a long run there by Chase Hall, and the Hornets in business. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the 1st quarter. Kevin, yes, number 2, Malachi is mine. Full house formation. Probably the gift to Stapleton would be my guess, and that's the gift. And he's going to take it in for a touchdown. And Newcomb in to kick the extra point. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good. So with 8:15 left to go here, 1st quarter, Hornets are up 14-0 on a couple big runs. One by Malachi Wheeler, one by Chase Hall.
Again, we would like to thank the following individuals and businesses who have donated or contributed to Friday night football meals for the CHS players.
Chase Hall with probably a 40, 45-yard run. I'm not doing my math here. It's Friday night, and my brain just is not going to work that way. And since I don't have my own statistician here, we're just going to ballpark these things. Roughly a 45-yard run, and Wheeler with a 70-yard touchdown run, and Stapleton taking it in there. Add to his season total, his career total, which he broke last week, the record for the career number of touchdowns in a season for an individual. Newcomb set to kick.
Come up and hit it, boys!
And the Panthers will start inside the 25. I don't see where they marked the ball. At the 23-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 23 for the Panthers. Chesapeake will be shuffling around a little bit, go back to their wing team motion, and it's going to be handed off. And Clay Ferguson does a good job getting low to trip up the running back. Number 58, Ben Compliment, steps back in. And 52, Brad Wheeler. So far, Hornets have gotten off to a really quick start. Now they just got to keep their foot on the gas. Travis Jackson, Barb Moore, Jim Moore, Monty Joseph, Matt Black, thanks for coming on and hanging out with us here tonight. Little to no gain there on the play. Couple yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 or so coming up here for the Panthers. Donald Richendaler on that carry. Chris Wilson been complimented on the tackle. And 2nd and 5 coming up. Hey, Joseph Patterson, good to see you. Brent Pennington, Jeffrey Pemberton, Lisa Suter, thanks for coming on. It's going to be 2 receivers out wide. It's going to be a pass all the way. And Richendaler is going to take off. And again, that speed. And you can see he's going to get out of bounds.
Number 14,
down
Richard
to the
Dollar.
39-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 12, 13.
First down.
And it's first down, Panthers. Two receivers out wide for Chesapeake. Shotgun formation. They'll take the snap, and it's going to be a run. Looks like all the way. And Richard Darl on the carry. He's going to pick up roughly 6, I believe. So it's going to be second and 4.
On the tackle. Gain of about 4.5. Brings up second down 5.
They're going to call it second and 5. I'll say second and 4. I say you're glad to see me. Hey, Mike. In the game time, I can't catch all the people. I do it whenever I can. So, hey, Mike Huff, how's it going? Two receivers left and right. It's going to be motion, and it's going to be attacking the outside. And as they go through, they're going to continue to attack that outside if the Hornets aren't closing down. Whenever they've gone tight, Hornets have handled it very well, and that's going to be a first down at the Hornet 45. So Hornets, again, been able to handle the inside game, but not able to handle the outside game. And Colgrove will take a timeout.
Come on, defense.
Kevin Malachi is a junior, so he'll be back. Hey, Brian Still, Barry Gaskins, missed you guys. We'll run back up. Gina Reif Selleck, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry. Ronald Vanderhoof, thanks for coming on. Melanie Vanderhoof and Don Collins, thanks for coming. Mike doesn't believe a word that I have to say. That's okay. Anyway, so just a good time for a timeout as any, trying to get the defense calmed down and make a few adjustments. There are games I wish they would do this a little more often, when needed, whenever they're breaking off a couple big ones outside. But like I said in the pregame, I expect this to have to put a spy on Richard Dollar at some point. He's been the main one to hurt so far, but
Let's go, Hornets! Come on, defense! Come on, defense!
So Chesapeake will have two wide, empty backfield. And it's going to be Richard Dollar right up the middle. He's going to take it to the outside. And he's off. He's going to be taken out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, but it's going to be first and goal for the Panthers.
Down to the 6-yard line. Brought down
And there's your example of what I'm thinking. Brad Wheeler, Morgan Schultz, and Malachi Wheeler look to be the people to run him down. I don't know if running down would be the right word, but maybe just took some better angles than others. Chesapeake is just spreading the defense out, and we're having a hard time with it. Linebacker speed becomes an issue where you can say Richard Dollar runs the option. He's up in the middle. He's going to be taken down to 1 or 2 yard line. It's going to be second down and I think 2 coming up. Scott Case, Mr. Brian Mulkey, Trent Blankenship, Jonathan Williams, thanks for hanging out here. Melinda Nance Mays. We'll keep doing what we can. We appreciate it.
Let's go, defense!
So now they're going to tie it, probably a sneak, but it's going to be handoff up in the middle, and he's going to be in for the Panther touchdown. The Panthers score with 5:47 left in the first quarter. Die fans. Kevin, I got no answers for you, man. I got no answers for you on what the possibilities might be there. Chesapeake sets for the extra point. Snap is, and there's going to be offside. The kick was good anyway, but are they going to decline it? Oh, they're going to roll it around again. Okay.
Offsides on Colgrove.
It'd be really interesting if he misses the second one. I don't know why they just don't. Chesapeake wouldn't decline it.
Penalty is declined.
Oh, yeah, the penalty is declined, and then they're going to retry it. Well, they decline it. If they decline the penalty, it just stand as good. Weird stuff. Anyway, so snap is good. Kick it down. Kick is good. So no change in outcomes there for the yard that got moved. So with 5:47 left to go here, first quarter, Hornets up 14-7. Hornets have been able to score on both drives, and they'll try to do the same thing coming out here. Jacob Wells, how did they score? Man, you have to keep asking that question. You're not watching the game, are you? A couple long runs by Rich and Dollar, which I think, as I was talking in the pregame, that was going to be an issue, or potential issue for the Hornets that they'd have to watch out for. So we'll see how they decide to adjust. The timeout didn't quite do what I think that they wanted it to do. So we'll see how it goes. Wheeler and Simpson is going to be back to receive the kick. And a 3-4 Bear Eagle. Give up the linebackers room to react. And yep. David, the only issue that we have whenever we run into that type of a thing is linebacker speed. Our linebackers are very well built and very well acclimated to, inside the tackles run game. But whenever they start getting outside, that's where our speed hurts a little bit more. We'll have to see how it goes. Hey, Mr. Von Wheeler. I think I know you. Welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Chris Brammer. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us as well. We got Kimo Baldwin and Payne Robinson. Good to see you as well. After Chesapeake scored, they'll be kicking off. And Simpson takes the kick. And he's going to have the ball up to the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be first and 10 from the 36 for the Hornets.
Stephen Simpson on the return. Brought down by number 11, Nick Ferguson, and number 15, Aaron Ross. Ball will be placed at
Hey, Sherry, start at 7. Malachi had a 70-some-odd yard touchdown run. Chase Hall had a 45-yard run down inside the 10, and Austin Stapleton punched it in from there. So Ferguson under center. He's going to take the snap. He hands off to Wheeler. Wheeler across has looks to be an 11-yard gain. It's going to be a Hornet first down.
Brought down by number 56, Nick Burns. Ball will be placed at the 48-yard line. First down 10.
5:28 left here in the first quarter. 14-7. Colgrove has the early advantage. They've scored on both opportunities that they've had. And trying to do it again. Ball up to the 48-yard line. Ferguson under center. He's going to hand off to Stapleton. Stapleton carries the ball up. He's going across the 50, back to the 48. 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6 coming up. Maybe 2nd and 5. I'm going to call a long 5, short 6 for the Hornets. Yep, David, I completely agree. We also have to be sure-handed in open field tackling as well, which is a whole other thing altogether. But Ferguson under center. He's going to take the snap, hand off to Wheeler. Now Wheeler will have the ball up. Very, very short gain, maybe a 1-yard gain.
Malachi Wheeler on the carry. Down by number 12, Thomas Sins.
Yeah, 1-yard gain. Trying to get outside. And it's going to be 3rd down and 4 coming up. And I think at this point, you're probably in 4-down territory, probably. I mean, the game outside of the Little Brown Jug, the game isn't going to do anything in terms of seeding or anything like that, so why not take it? Ferguson under center. Chase Hall is going to have the first down. He'll carry the ball down to the 25-yard line, and the Hornets will be sitting, looking good with a good run by Chase Hall.
It'll be first down 10. Ball will be placed at about the 25-yard line of the Panthers.
First and 10 coming up from the 25, 3:36 left to go here in the first quarter. Ferguson takes a snap, hands off to Wheeler. He's going to carry. He's going to carry good 19, 20-yard run there for Wheeler. Carries down inside the 10 to the 5, and it's going to be first and goal for the Hornets. I'm sorry, down to the 6. So 19-yard pickup there by Wheeler. And Hornets in business, first and goal from the 6. Oh man, Kevin, you're funny, man. I gotta try to maintain some kind of like neutrality. No, actually not really. I don't at all. Ferguson under center, hands off to Stapleton. Stapleton is gonna push himself in. He's gonna be down short. We're gonna kind of adjust our angles here and zoom up a little bit.
Second down goal. Ball at the 3-yard line.
For a second, it's kind of hard to get that far of a zoom, but yeah. The second down and goal from the 3-yard line. Pick up a 3 there for Austin Stapleton. As I said, anytime inside the 6-yard line, it would be hard just not to give him the ball over and over. Now, you know, if you get it the one time, it would be, they should have just a little trap right back to the left-hand side, but Ferguson under center. He's going to take it, and he will be in for the touchdown. So Justin Newcomb comes in for the extra point. Hold us down, kick is up, kick is good. So 2:19 left to go here, first quarter. Hornets are up 21-7. Things keep going the way that they're going here. It might feel like another game from last week. We'll have to see how it goes, which I wouldn't mind. But I guess we'll see how things go. Come in here, try to show some of the cheerleaders here for you. For those of you who happen to know cheerleaders, of course, that black fence don't help any, but there you go. Graphics package. Wait until next week if we get an opportunity to come in and do some of the stuff we would like to do with the playoff game next week. I don't know that we still got to work that out with the site administrator. But if we can do something with it, I think it'll be nice. So Newcomb set to kick. And he's going to put the ball right on the... Oh, they're going to bobble. And finally, it rolls out of bounds. Dangerous to watch that one, but it's going to be another legal procedure call. And the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 on their own 35. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it. It's always nice, you know. He's a junior, and so a lot of these kids. So you got Austin Stapleton, who's a senior. You've got some seniors on the line, but a lot of your skill kids are still underclassmen. Chase Hall, only a sophomore, and there's a couple other sophomores and freshmen that will get some time in from here and there. You know, that's a big deal. Now we've certainly got some line and some things to replace, but you know, it's I'm thinking pretty positive where it is right now. Chesapeake just trying to spread the defense out again. Richendaler hits the slant, and there's I see those goofy little orange rings that they place the ball with, and that's a That's a big pass completion there for Chesapeake. Takes it across the 40, down to the 38, and it'll be a Panther first down. Yeah, better than the one with gravel and asphalt. That's funny. Live from Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks for coming on and hanging out with us here. So right now it looks like defensively, it's been, as they're spreading the Hornets out, that's really been a challenge. And it looks like Morgan Schultz comes up, makes good initial contact, but not able to wrap up there, and it's going to be a gain of about 9. It looks like, so it'll be inside the 30. So it's second down and 9. So defensively is where things really are having a challenge. Yeah, Daniel, because of COVID, they've limited the stadium capacity to 15%. A big sack by Chase Hall. And it wasn't a sack, rather, but a big tackle for loss. And it's going to be third down and about 7. Yeah, David, I think it's all turf now. So I think the only teams left in the county that don't have turf fields are Sims Valley and Fairland. Yep, that's slant, right? Use that as your intermediate passing game and just take it, and if it's not there, run it, right? Your RPO. Richendollar is going to take off, and he'll be hit out of bounds. And it's going to be a Panther first down. So we've got, right now the Panthers are taking advantage of the outside. That's really the biggest thing. I mean, they've completed some passes, but not quite as prolific. That's going to be a run all the way. He's going to be up to, it looks like, the 22. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 8. The first quarter winding down here with the Panthers driving, trying to keep up with what could turn out to be another shootout here. TFL, that's right, David. TFL. Chesapeake will be across the 20. And that's going to be down close to a first down. It's going to be third down and 1 coming up. So after 1, Hornets currently up 21-7. The Panthers are driving inside the 20. And we'll get back to it on the other side of the field. We're going to mute up, take a quick drink. You are watching Hornet football right here on Colga Live. So the Hornets can figure out what's going on here defensively and how to try to get this shut down, because right now I don't think it's 100% talent. Now, Richendollar is quick and fast, and that's an element to it, but I think there's some scheming that needs to happen from the coach's standpoint, and you hope that you don't have to wait, or you may not be able to wait in a game like this until halftime to try to make those adjustments. Hey, Myra Carpenter. David McKnight, thanks for coming on. Q-Man Thacker. James Reed, good to see you. Christopher Byrne, haven't seen you in a while, man. Hope you're doing well. 12 minutes on the clock. It's 3rd and 1. Coming up from the 16. It's going to be a give to the fullback. That's what I would do. And it's Richendaler outside. And it's going to be first down. Looks like it makes it inside the 10 down to maybe right outside the 5. Or right, okay, so they're going to mark it at the 5. So it's first and goal from the 5.
First down 10, first down goal.
And there's going to be a timeout, Hornets.
Timeout, Hornets.
Coach Lucas doing some tough love instruction down there with the defense and trying to get the point through of how to make sure that those things aren't happening again. I might fall down now. Oh, man, you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming on hanging out with us here tonight, guys. So defense, I mean, inside the 5-yard line, they can go through and make a couple stands. That's what's going to be necessary and needed here. Might as well do it inside the 5. Now, offensively, Chesapeake hasn't really put up much of a fight, to be honest with you. And, you know, on the offensive side, you know, so their defense is basically doing the same thing that our defense is doing. I think we may have a little hangover from last week. And Tucker Meadows comes through just a little bit early on that one. It's going to be half the distance. And he'll take it down to the 2.5-yard line. So first and goal from the 2.5. Kevin, you would not want me to coach this team. I promise. You would not. Listen, I talk a lot here, but there's a lot more schematically that needs to be done. Snap is up, give, and he is going to be, if it's not in, it says that he is short. So he takes it in to the 1-yard line or inside the 1-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd down and 1 coming up.
It's going to be just a hair short.
11 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here until the half. Hornets are up 21-7, but the Panthers knocking on the door. 2nd down and goal from the 1. They're saying the 1. I'm going to say it's probably closer to the half-yard line. They're getting up the line quick. They take the snap, hands off to the fullback, and he's going to be hitting the backfield and knocked back by Austin Stapleton. I mean, he just kind of got knocked completely off. Wasn't even close to breaking through the line, and that's probably still going to be right around the 1-yard line. But 3rd down and 1 coming up.
Come on, Dave!
And honestly, inside the tackles both is our strength, so I don't know that I would do that. And it's Richendaler, and he's going to walk in after just a little reverse.
Richendaler on the keeper. Touchdown, Pete.
And we'll bring in the kicker for the extra point try. 21-13 is your current score. Snap, good hold, good kick. And everything is good all the way through. So 10:40 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Hornets are still up 21-14, but Panthers trying to crawl back into this thing. So as you look at it right there, scoring is going to be super important from a possession-to-possession game, and it looks like this is what this is turning into, where there's not as much defense happening in this one. It will be, looks like Wheeler and Simpson back again to receive the kick. And 10:40 left to go here until halftime. Hornets, we'll see if they rip off a couple big plays for the Hornets and really set things up, but it hasn't done a very good job as far as controlling the clock. So, obviously whenever you get up and the Hornets can take a little bit of time off the clock, probably what everything is looking here. Yeah, everybody's doing the same formation, David. I don't really get it. Like, listen, if you're just going to go in, just go line up. And although there was a time this year that we actually lined up and we tried the fake off of it, and it was what it was. So I don't think it was good, but the matchups worked in our favors for that. So Chesapeake set the kick. And Wheeler had the ball, takes it up across the 35. And where are they going to spot that one? They spot that one at the 38. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 38. Again, knock on wood, Chesapeake's defense haven't been able to do much with the Hornet offense. We'll see if that continues here. Ferguson under center. He's going to take the snap, hands off to Stapleton. Stapleton will carry the front line down to, it looks like, the 45-yard line. Pickup of about 8. It's going to be 2nd down and 2 coming up. Full house 9 formation. Handoff is to Hall. Hall cuts back up inside. He'll have the 1st down, but it's not quite to the 50, down to the 49. But it will be a Hornet 1st down, 4-yard gain there for Chase Hall. Ferguson under center. He'll take the snap, hands off to Wheeler. And Wheeler will be in for the touchdown. 52-yard touchdown there by Malachi Wheeler. And again, it looks like a couple weeks off has put some bounce back in his step, and he's got the Hornets up by 2 scores now. Newcomb out to kick the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is not good. It was like, hold was not put down good, but we just kind of sat on it. I'm surprised that we just didn't pick it up, and I was surprised that we didn't pick it up and run with it, but we did. But extra point, no good. So 9:24 left to go here, 2nd quarter. Just a little over a minute taken off the clock. Actually, a minute and 16 seconds off the clock.
Just to let you know,
it's 27-14. 9:24 left to go till halftime.
Very good.
So again, it doesn't look like the defenses are having the same problems on the outside edges. So 27 points. The Hornets, if given the opportunity, they may be able to put another 1 or 2 scores up on the board this half. They may be well on their way to another game just like last week. Yeah, David, it depends on what kind of fast you're talking about. Yeah, I can't go the quick whistle time where you just like whoop, 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 whoop. We were talking about that the other night. That when things happen like that, breakaway runs, I kind of want to start using sound effects on it, like road runners and that kind of stuff. So anyway, Newcomb Kicks off, little squib down the middle on the inside. That one's going to get past her. He's going to take it on the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down. And he is not taken down. He stays inside the field of play, gets past the 30, down to a little past the 30, but there's a flag on the play, and it's probably going to be a hold because it's either a hold or a face mask, one or the other. It's kind of a weird thing. So we'll see what it was. Chop block or block below the waist or something. I don't know if that's a 10-yard or a personal foul. I think it's just a 10-yarder like holding. But that's going to back him up from the spot of the foul. So that's going to put the Panthers back around the 10-yard line, I believe. May only be a 5-yard penalty. We'll see. And by the way, David, he did not get that speed from me. I was built. Yeah, they do take it back to the 10-yard line. So Chesapeake will start first and 10 from the 10. So the Hornets are going to flip the field and get something going here. Be a good time to do it. Yeah, a heck of a lot quicker than what I am. That is for sure. They want to know if you're the fast one because they know they didn't get it from me.
It's a male trait.
She says yes, she will take the credit for it. So Richendaler is going to be stuck by Trey Hunt. And it's not going to be a big loss. Looks like he did get back to the line of scrimmage, but no gain is, and the way things have been going, is a good development. So second down and 10 coming up here for the Hornets. Do we still have wrestling? No. And nobody knows how to wrestle. And they probably don't do it because they say the mats are so expensive, would be my guess. Same boat as feet. But yeah, I wish we did have a wrestling program, but we do not. I think, honestly, that would help out a lot. So, quick slant. Oh, man. Jaron Hicks almost picks that off the bat down by Chase Hall. Chase Hall gets his mitts on it. Almost hits right into the hands of Jaron Hicks, and that's a touchdown if he's able to pick that one up. See, there's Paula Mount Edge. She knows all about my wife. She would be the one to tell you whether she was fast or not. So 2 receivers out wide here for Chesapeake. 1 receiver far out to the left. In front of you from a Todd Nip team, this is probably the furthest away coached Rock Hill for so long. And quarterback is loose. And that is going to be a first down. Tackled in there by Morgan Schultz, but it's a first down. So first down and 10 from the 25 now. It's that's the kind of stuff that's a little, that's hurt. That's tough. And he wasn't running outside. He just kind of got up in the middle. Hands the ball off, nothing doing. So they try to get the ball up to the fullback there in the middle, and you can see the type of results that happen there. So our defense is good. If they're trying to run inside the tackles, I don't feel very confident that they're going to have very much success. But whenever they spread everybody out and then create those running lanes, that's when things are going to get interesting. 7:32 left to go here until halftime. Clay Ferguson able to get his hand on the running back, and it's going to trip him up. And that's going to be third down and 5 coming up here for Chesapeake from the 30-yard line. This is a big third down to try to get them off the field. They'll punt from here. Give them another first down, let them get a couple, get up to midfield. It turns into 4-down territory. At least my thoughts when you're down by 2 scores. Quick snap. And where are they going to mark the ball? They're going to mark the ball short. Richendahl on the keep.
Tucker Meadows.
He's going to Tucker Meadow with a tackle. It's going to be 4th down and 2 coming up here for Chesapeake. And there's no way they don't go for this. If Nip doesn't go for this, no, they're not going to punt. Not with 4th and 2, down by 2 scores in a meaningless game to some degree, because it doesn't impact anything outside of the Little Brown Jug. Now they're going to get up and they're going to do a quick snap. And I don't know if he missed the thing, but is he going to? No, they're going to give him the spot. It's funny, the side judge over here is marking it at. I don't think he quite got back to the. I don't think he got to the 35, but they're going to give it to him.
That's number 9, Ian Hicks on the carry.
Hicks on the carry. He's going to be past the 40 for about a 6-7 yard gain, it looks like. 2nd down and 3 coming up. Yeah, hey, Kathy, even for that, 3 tickets, we only actually got 1 ticket here. Now, they had some extra ones for whatever, but. And now they're running up the middle. That one's across the 50, picking up big old chunks.
Up the middle.
I don't know why,
Number 52, Brad
what they're doing, but they found something that's working there.
1st down 10 for the Peak.
Fresh legs coming in. They're on that D line. It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 48. 5:08 left to go. But anyway, Chesapeake's coach, Todd Nip, was at Rock Hill for so long. So you expected that kind of full house type offense. And you don't expect them to really spread things out a little bit like they have been doing. But, shows the changing with the times. 4 minutes, 47 seconds left to go here till halftime. Richendaler goes under center. He's going to take the snap. Nobody hand the ball off to Hicks. There's a fumble on the play. Chase Hall picks it up. And the Hornets are going to have the ball. Richendaler didn't see anybody to hand the ball off to. Kind of flipped it back. Hicks bobbled. And Hornets recovered. Chase Hall with that recovery. And the Hornets will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. And there's a timeout, Panthers. So if that's not a bend but don't break type of a scenario, I don't know what that would be, but you got to take advantage whenever you get it. So Hornets will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 43, trying to tack on another score before halftime. Chesapeake will have the ball coming out of the break. Hey, Lena, you can see the score right up in the corner. Panthers are down 27-14 currently. Oh, got to the cheerleaders so late, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, big needed turnover there to try to change up the momentum. We'll see if that does it here for the Hornets. So Ferguson will go under center. He'll take the snap, hand off to Stapleton. Stapleton muscles his way for about 4 yards. They're going to mark him down actually at the 40, so it's going to be 3-yard carry, 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Hornets. Yep, no problem. Lena, if you turn your phone to the side, it'll make it bigger for you, so we can just let you know about that part of it. 4:08 left to go here till halftime. Ferguson Handoff to Hall. And Hall going to be dropped down at the 30-yard line, and it'll be a first down, Hornets.
Ball will be placed at the 31-yard line. First down 10.
First and 10 from the 31. Actually coming up here for the Hornets, 3:45 and counting. Ferguson takes a snap. It's going to be a keeper, and he's going to have the ball. He takes that for about a 4-yard gain. And they're actually going to give him 3 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Hornets. Ferguson goes into center, full house 9. Give this to Stapleton, and he's just going to push up inside. No push at all. He may pick up a yard or 2. Looks like he's going to be marked down about the 26-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 5 coming up after a couple-yard gain.
Ball carrier number 30, Austin Stapleton. Gain of just a couple. Brings up a 3rd down 6 for Colgrove.
So we'll see what the call is here from Coach Lucas. Ferguson under center. He's going to hand it to Wheeler. And Wheeler is going to be, and he's going to be, is it going to be a touchdown? It's a touchdown. It is a touchdown. So Wheeler with the 26-yard scamper there. He's had a heck of a first half. Again, some fresh legs will do you good. Austin Stapleton last week had 37 carries for 348 yards. And on the limited amount of carries this week, Wheeler's making the most of it. He's like, we're not going to settle for 5 yards at a time. Hornets going for 2 here. Let's see if Stapleton gets the carry. Ferguson under center. Give this to Stapleton. Stapleton's going to be in easily. Big hold there. Good job by the line. And with 2:22 left to go here, second quarter. The Hornets are up 35-14. And that line doing a heck of a job there. Running backs, everything's coming back and clicking. And I think this is the kind of game that you needed to have going into your playoff game, trying to get some consistency back. It had been tough for the couple of the teams. And now that you're back in the league of some of the teams that you're going to play with, at least for the first round or 2 in the playoffs, heck of a way to get things going. Youngheimers. Hey, Jim Soares watching all the way from Toledo. Thanks for hanging out here. So Newcomb is going to set the kickoff here. He's going to try to get it. Has had a couple go out of bounds on him to give the ball to the 35. The last drive, which the Panthers were driving it before they turned the ball over, but after a penalty was able to pin him back on the 10. Let's see where Newcomb can get them back to here. And there's, and it sounds like there's going to be with all the stuff that was going on there, it sounds like it's going to be a late hit on Colgrove or a personal foul, which probably means it's going to be a free 15 yards for Chesapeake. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul.
Penalty on the Hornets.
And it will be Chesapeake first down. And Lucas tried to.
Will take over first down 10 from their own 46-yard line.
Duke is trying to get some clarity on what's happening, what's going on. But it's going to push the ball up to the 46-yard line to start for the Panthers. So, okay, starting position, moved into really good starting position. Richendaler is going to cut up inside, and you see how fast he is. And good night.
Touchdown.
Again, we talked about this in pregame a little bit, where Richendaler, I believed, was the primary, where he was the primary guy that you had to worry about. And that shows the kind of speed that he has. So, again, we'll see if they go into halftime and get something going. But Chesapeake, quick score, puts him right back in the game. Snap down, kick is up, and kick is good. So 35-21 is your score with 2:02 left to go here until halftime. Hornets will get the ball back, and they'll try to make it a good opportunity for a practice 2-minute drill whenever things get back going. All the way from Pine Grove. That's funny. Tom Hall stuck here at Larry County. Hey, anybody got a, yeah, well, that's what I thought. He turned around and started looking. Usually that's a taunting call any way you slice it. Anybody got an Ironton score? I was kind of curious. They're playing Division I Cincinnati Sycamore. I did read someplace they were 8-point favorites. I don't actually know who puts odds out on high school games, but apparently it's a thing. I was kind of curious how they were doing. Now, it was also a Division I school that's 1-4, but when you're looking at a Division I school versus Division V school, even if you're 1-4, you're going to have skill. So we'll see what happens. So Chesapeake sets the kick. Wheeler and Simpson back to receive. Wheeler will take the ball across the 25 down to the 26, and the Hornets will get started right there with 1:55 left to go on the clock. It just started. It's 8 o'clock. So are they not starting until 7:30, or did they start at actually 8? Either way, you guys, if you're watching it, keep us updated. And you can also help by sharing the stream. We also appreciate that. Ferguson is going to throw the ball. And that pass incomplete, intended for Jaron Hicks. As you can tell, fans get a little antsy whenever they think that there's interference. So 2nd down and 10 coming up here with 1:48. The interesting thing is that you can push it down the field, but with the skill kids that we have right now, and what they've been able to do this game, why not just run their 5-yard outs and just get them out into open space and let them do their thing? Just a thought. And we'll be taken down in the backfield for a loss of about 2. And it's going to be a timeout, Chesapeake, with a 3rd and 12 coming up. Ran to the short side of the field. It's another thing I don't quite get and understand, but puts the Hornets a little bit in a hole at 3rd and 12 with 1:40 left to go here to the 2nd quarter. There'll be a timeout, Chesapeake. Get that noted for you here real quick. Christy Lewis. There's this girl. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Just a reminder to everyone, tonight is homecoming. Homecoming will be taking place.
Ironton had an 8 p.m. kickoff, probably because it was a last-minute ad and they had to travel 2.5 hours, my best guess would be. So, okay, cool deal. It's going to be nice to see maybe if they have some competition, if they're good. I mean, Division I school obviously is, they have more kids. That's what the whole thing is based on. So they're a big school, but it doesn't always mean that that may be an academic Division I school, right? We're like, we decided to start a football team this year. You might have questionable results, but hey, inside any normal regular season, that's big points. That's big points there. Hornets probably going to run the ball here just to get out of it. Looks like a counter play. And that one up past the 30. But Chesapeake's going to take a timeout, and that's going to force the Hornets to punt. He picks up about, it's going to be fourth down. Picks up about 10 yards, but still going to be 4th down and 3. Again, it's Friday night, and I can't count, so it's 4th and that many, if you can see it there. 1 and 4 with 3 losses being less than a score. Okay. Yeah, we don't throw slants. We throw outs. Actually, I think you could run somebody and run a drag across the field. I don't know. He may go for this. It's 4th and 3. Let's see if Nuke can go back up. They're going to go for it. I think you go for it. If you got a timeout left, I think you go for it and try to get them to jump off sides. And then call the timeout and run your punt team on, I think is what I would do. We'll see if that's the play. And Ferguson takes the snap. He's going to hand to Wheeler. And Wheeler has the first down up to the 39. Pickup of about 5. Plenty enough. 5 to 10. I don't know where the ball was at. Again, my math brain. So if some of you guys are good and you can keep track of the math, do it. And I'll announce it right here on Cold Grove Live. 1:17 left to go here in the second quarter. We are not, it doesn't look like that we are being super diligent as far as time goes. Ferguson's under center. He's going to hand off to Stapleton. Stapleton takes it up. And under a minute left to go here. And Lucas just walks to the numbers and hands the play at under 50 seconds. Maybe they got some kind of trickeration. Is that a word, trickeration? If you play. Oh, man, that's funny stuff. So let's see what goes. 38 seconds and counting. Ferguson under center. He'll take the snap. He's going to just throw it downfield. Yep, there's a pass interference that's going to get 15 yards, but it's going to take a lot of time off the clock. It's going to take a lot of time off the clock. With 16 seconds left, I don't think that they're going to do anything with the penalty, but it'll give the Hornets another 15 yards and a first down. And he was returning. He's returning. There's an injury timeout. Man, he was returning, and man, he got stuck. I mean, he got hit and broke in half, which was good form tackling, mind you. But there are 3 flags on the play. One's going to be pass interference, so that's going to probably outdo all the rest of them. One's pass interference on the defense. So there's all of the penalties are on the defense. And it's going to be first down. Fortunately, Bobby Bound thinks it's a word. Trickeration? Yeah, okay. Well, trickeration. But with 16 seconds left, it's going to take the ball up to the 43-yard line. I think with our fast kids, what it's shown is just like, maybe just let them get outside and just try to use some speed. Or I'm going to sure that we're going to put this one up as well. But Our best bet is whenever you roll Ferguson out to the right. He's got a much better throw rolling to his right, and with that being the white side of the field, we'll see if that's what Hornets decide to do. Handoff is to Stapleton.
Number 30 also
Nothing happening. 2-yard gain, under 10 seconds, and he just Lucas ready to take him into the locker room.
Remember, halftime is here. There she is. Here we
So
go. Halftime.
it's halftime,
Homecoming at Chesapeake.
and your Hornets are up 35-21. We're going to take a quick break. They've got homecoming festivities or whatever coming up, and we don't really care about that. So we'll pull this back up so you guys can do whatever, and we'll be back. You're watching Hornet football right here on Cold Grove Live. So, hey, guys, we're still at halftime. They're going to put 3 minutes back on the clock, like they usually do, I imagine. And we'll get started back here in about 3 minutes. Second half, Chesapeake will have the ball coming out of the break. Hornets able to stop that last drive, one drive before, and then went up 35-14. Yeah, one play, a couple plays later, after the penalty on the kickoff, Richendahl able to scamper in for, 48 yards or something to that effect. We'll see what the Hornets decide to do here, and if they can keep him in check. That's going to be a big task coming up here in the second half. We'll have to see how things go. But we're going to meet right back up. We'll be right back. You're watching Hornet football right here on Colgrove Live. So we're coming off a halftime minute till we get things back started. Chesapeake will be taking the ball over to start the second half. We will see how things get going here. Now, while we're at it, does anybody have an updated score on the Ironton game? I'm just kind of curious to keep up with that to see how that's going. It'd be interesting to see what happens. Into the first with no score at Ironton. Okay, well, they must be getting awfully mad. I guess it's time to run up 71 points on them, I guess. I heard a little interesting rumor today. I'll pass along because it don't hurt nobody. That the OVC, that Ironton had wanted out of the OVC for this year if they were only going to play league games, which makes sense. You know, they were going to be good. We all knew they were going to be good. And there was a school that did not vote. They had to be an anonymous vote, and there was one school that did not vote to let them out of the OVC for this 1 year. And they canceled their game this Friday night, apparently because it may have been certainly because of COVID and COVID-related reasons. I'm not going to say that that's not it, but the rumor is that there was going to be a little retribution for not letting that. Something to the effect of 102 points was the largest margin of victory in the modern era, and it was going to be more than that. So, I don't know. I'm just saying. It was kind of an interesting story, to say the least. I can see it, but, anyway. So, 0-0 for Ironton. Colgrove kicking off here to start the second half. We'll see if coaching comes into play here, if adjustments by Chesapeake or Colgrove decide the outcome or get things closer. Kicked by Newcomb. It's going to be bobbled. And Richendahl will get back up to the 20-yard line, I think is where it's down, and it will be 1st and 10 from the, 25.
25-yard line.
1st and 10. Interesting little tidbit there. But keep track. How's Ironton look for anybody that's watching? I'm kind of curious how they look against that team, and how many kids does it look like that team has? Are they real deep? And just kind of curious. So 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 out to the left. So they're going back to spreading them out, and it's going to be Richendahl all the way. Richendahl weaving his way back and forth is going to be taken out of bounds after he gets to the 40, looks like 42, 43.
Chesapeake first down 10.
17-yard gain on the play. He just weaves his way back and forth, and that's with quickness he's doing. And Hornets going to have to be good at their open field tackling. And it's going to be another penalty for a late hit, but it's going to be a. It's going to be a.
Back here to hold down there. Call the daggone holds. It's all night long.
You're an idiot!
And let's see if they're going to.
Who's this full of jersey is a hold.
And let's see what the calls are here. If it's going to be two penalties, I think they're going to offset. Unless they call the one down here where he was taken out of bounds, a late hit, a dead ball. And that one's going to result in a first down either way. They're trying to figure out where things are at, so they're going to back him up.
All night long.
And then they're going to say it's a dead ball foul.
Dead ball personal foul against.
And it's going to work it back, so it's still going to be first down.
Ball will be placed at the 46-yard line of Chesapeake. First down.
That dead ball penalty gives them the first down. It was really close there on the edge. There's people upset. If you can't tell, there's some people that's upset with some of the holds and things that are happening. Perceived the real. Sorry, I get tickled at that a little bit. Snap by Richendaler, hands off, and he's going to be hit. Trey Hunt is going to take Hicks down for a tackle for a loss, takes him back. It's going to be a big loss, but it's going to be second down and 10 coming up here after the loss of 4 or 5 for the Hornets. Yeah, Jacob, I think that he was still in bounds. That was a kind of a ticky-tack, I think, a little bit on that side of it. Now, listen, if he's in the white, if he's all the way in the white, but if he's on his way out, I mean, that's a hard one to call. Richendaler all by himself. He's going to throw the ball. He's just standing back there, plenty of time, throws the ball down the field, and it is going to be, he just throws it to an open spot. Looks like maybe his receiver fell down and he overthrew him. Either way, third down and 10 coming up from the 43 for the Panthers.
Let's go, D! Pick it up! Quarterback!
How about we watch for a hole? How about we watch for one?
Richendaler's going to take the snap. He backs it up to throw. He's got him scrambling. He's working around. He's still got his head upfield. And I think Chase Hall was the one that got to him, and he did. Big loss back to the 30-yard line for Chase Hall. And that's going to be a loss of about 12. And that sack is going to put Chesapeake in a big hole, and they'll bring out the punt team. Good defensive play there. And of course, I'd say that you could put that in as a coverage sack. Snap, set, kick is up. And that ball is going to take a Chesapeake roll. Down to the 26-yard line, and it will be a Hornet first down. Hornets do a good job there aided by some big tackles for loss and a sack by Trey Hunt and Chase Hall. Hornets going to a full house. Ferguson under center. Handoff is going up to Ferguson. Pick up about 5 yards for Stapleton. It'll be 2nd down and 5 coming up here for the Hornets.
Austin Stapleton on the carry, brought down by number 55, Hayden Blankenship. 2nd down.
So that Ironton game, does it look like that Ironton's outmatched, or they're just what? I'm just kind of curious. Ironton was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. Of course, Ironton was 0-0 with us at the end of the first quarter. So I mean, I don't think that means unlocked. 2 receivers out wide here for the Hornets. Ferguson takes a snap, hands off to Stapleton, and Stapleton has the first down. Stapleton have the ball up to the 41-yard line for another Hornet first down. $8:51 left to go here, third quarter. Hornets up 35-21 with the Hornets driving. Ferguson under center. Hands to Wheeler. And Wheeler's going to have the ball up across the 50, back to the 48. And that's going to be a Hornet first down. Pickup of about 11, I believe, if I'm doing my math right. So I think they've gone into maybe a little bit of slowdown mode and trying to chew some time off the clock. As long as you're getting first downs, I think that's okay. I formation here, first I formation we've seen tonight. Handoff is to Wheeler. And he'll have the ball up past the 35, down to the 34, and it's another Hornet first down. Another 12, 13-yard run. Ferguson under center. He'll take the snap. Hands off to Stapleton. Stapleton runs up the back of a couple of his linemen and just like, hey, get on my way. I'll do the work. He's going to pick up a couple. He'll go pick up a couple on the play. It looks like about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Hornets. 7:25 left to go here, third quarter. And if you're just coming on, Hornets are up 35-21. Stop Chesapeake's first drive of the second half after a couple big tackles for loss and sack by Chase Hall. And the Hornets are driving, 2nd and 7 from 31 coming up here. Ferguson under center. He takes a snap, hands to Wheeler. And Wheeler's going to lose his footing, but there's a flag on the play. And it looks like there's a face mask on Colgrove.
Holding against Colgrove.
Looks like kind of a weird. I'm pretty sure that he called a face mask, but they called it a hold. But I know that whenever he looked over the coaches, he said a face mask, and that backs the Hornets up. It's weird because I thought it'd be a 15-yard penalty, but it wasn't a 15-yard penalty. 2nd and 19 coming up here for the Hornets. I didn't think that was a spot penalty. Maybe it is. All right, so now Hornets in a hole. We'll see if we can get out of it with a running game, or we'll have to chuck the ball around a little bit. Ferguson Hands to Wheeler. He's patient. Pushes it up. Runs over a couple Panthers.
Number 2, Wheeler on the carry.
And he's going to have about a 5-yard gain. Cuts that thing down to maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe a 7-yard gain. Looks like 6. It's third down and 13. So whatever that ends up being. And of course, you're in fourth down territory, I think, where you're at right here. So, try to pick up half of it and then pick up the other half on 4th down. I think that would be, I think that's an ideal spot, right? Ferguson under center. He'll take the snap. And Chase Hall will be tackled after a 2-yard gain. And it's going to be
on the carry, run down first by number 9.
1-yard gain. It's going to be 4th down and about 12. Yeah, I'm glad that. No. I'm just Josh. I think you're mistaken. I'm not even blaming Ironton. I think that they were. That's just something that we had heard, which was interesting, and I don't blame them if you were only playing league games. I don't blame them for wanting you out because listen, when you know you're going to be good and you need to be challenged to be ready for the playoffs, I get it. So yeah, no, I just thought it was kind of an interesting play. Anyway, Ferguson's going to roll out to the right. He's going to take off running. He's not going to be anywhere close to the first down. Picks about 7, but it's going to be a turnover on down. Chesapeake ball.
Brought down before the line to gain. That'll be a turnover on downs. First down.
Of course, when we get right down to it, it's a rumor, and that's why I wanted to point that out ahead of time, that it's just something that I had heard through the grapevine. Interesting banter back and forth. Because anybody, I think, with the common sense that looks at Ironton's team, I don't think, you would have had to question and be like, yeah, did South Point really cancel because of this? Right? Because, listen, safety, I'm sorry. Ironton's deep and they're good, and safety has to be somewhat of a concern. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not saying Ironton's out to hurt anybody. I'm just saying that they're that good. 5-yard gain for Chesapeake. 2nd down and 5 coming up with 4:32 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hand off up the middle. That's going to be going to drive him back. Looks like Trey Hunt was in that. Morgan Schultz. That's going to be a 4-yard gain. 3rd down and 1 coming up here for the Panthers. Now it's going to be a defensive battle. No, I just don't think we were being super aggressive is what the challenge is. Handoff up the middle. And he is going to be, is he going to get the, no, he is not going to get the spot. He is going to be short, and it's going to be 4th down and short.
A little less than a yard.
It is 4th down. Okay, Walter York's in Ashland. It's awesome. They're going to quick snap it here. And it's the Richendollar is going to come up, take the snap, and then push the pile, and it will be a Panther first down. Ironton up 7-0. There we go. Listen, there's not a, I'll say this all honesty, there is not a team that in Southern Ohio going to give Ironton a game. Chesapeake hitting the backfield. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. He never got back to the line of scrimmage. Richendollar under center with Chesapeake. It's going to be a quarterback's run all the way, and he'll be taken down. He crosses the 45 up to the 46, and it will be 3rd down and about 6 coming up. Oh, 6-0. Scott. The clock did not move. Interesting. It may be my. Oh, you know what? That's because, and there's going to be a illegal substitution here. That is our clock, and it looks like that the clock went dead. So that is not. Their clock, as a matter of fact. So see, that's the problem with having a. That's the problem with having. Okay. We'll get your clock back on them. We'll just do it for right now. We'll do it right now and let you guys know where the score is at. 151 and counting here. So don't worry about that. That's my stuff. Equipment failure. There's going to be a timeout, officials timeout. And they're going to send somebody off the field. Pass play. And overthrew him. And looks like that Jaron may have a little bit of cramps down there. It's going to be a quick injury timeout. We'll call it an injury timeout anyway, and we'll go try to get our clock back to working. And if not, we'll try to get between the quarters. Oh, it says it's dead. So we're going to get new batteries. That's the problem with it being cold outside, is that when it's cold, batteries die a lot quicker. So we'll get the clock back on, guys, as soon as we can. I guess we need to start putting the clock, or putting the clock camera on the big batteries, I guess. So my apologies there, guys. I guess you guys probably looking at me like, wait a second. This is not working. Clock. I was freaking some people out because the clock stopped working. And they're like, wait a second, the clock hasn't ran the last 4 plays. I'm glad they let me know that, though, because I actually have a backup. I just need to get it put in. Although that was funny, guys. Thank you for that. And does it look like cramps? Does it look like cramps for Jaron?
I don't know, but why would we stop this long for cramps? Did they call a timeout on top of it?
I don't think they had to call timeout, but.
Come on, D!
I think it's cramps. It's funny because one of the Coal Grove kids are off to the sideline. All right, here we go. This might have been just long enough to allow us to get this hooked up. So there's an injury timeout. It's funny because he's off the field. He's off the field. He's not on the field to play, so it's kind of a weird. Yeah.
And he just sat.
Kind of a weird way in this. It's an injury timeout, but it's like it's like cramps. Well, I thought that our other one was going to get to working, and it's not picking up the Wi-Fi network, so we might just have to do the next couple quarters, guys, without the clocks. My bad. So we'll just We just call it off from time to time. And, well, Jaron has not had the opportunity to play for a little bit, and that's part of the problem. When you don't get a chance to play for a while, and you come back out, you're trying to get ready to go here. So, anyway, 1:36 left to go here on the clock here in the third quarter. Rich and Dollar. I think Malachi went to go after it just to freak him. I think just to freak him out a little bit. It is funny. So 1st and 10, Hornets come up. So I guess you're right here, David. It's turned into a defensive battle here. No scores here in the second half. 1:22 left to go here in the third quarter is where we are currently at. Hopefully, we'll have a clock back on here for you in a little bit. Make sure that our Ferguson under center. He'll take the snap. Hands off to Stapleton. Stapleton has it up for a couple yards. Pick about 3. It's going to be maybe 4. We'll say 2nd and 6 coming up. Does D-line play straight gap D with 2 or 3 technique, or do we still play offset studs? Have to ask Malachi about that. I haven't seen it. Ferguson under center. Hand off to Hall. And Hall will take the ball across the 35 down to the 30, looks like the 39. And it's going to be first down, Hornets. You see those little orange discs that they had? They look like little Frisbee golf things. That's where they spot the ball because the officials aren't allowed to touch the ball. So all the fans are like, why is there a flag on every play? Well, it's just to spot the ball with. Ferguson under center. Hand off to Wheeler. And Wheeler will take the ball across the 45. He'll be down, looks like the 48. And he's going to pick up about 9 on the play. We'll call it a 2nd down and 1 coming up. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So at the end of the third quarter, no scores so far in the third quarter. It is 35-21. Hornets still up. On the way, 1 more quarter to play to reclaim the Little Brown Jug. While we're working on that, we'll see real quick if we can get the score cam clock up. So guys, we're going to mute up here for just a second. You're watching Cold Grove football right here on Cold Grove Live.
Next week, first round playoffs.
Coach Lucas getting onto the bench a little bit. That's kind of funny about spacing out, doing their social distancing thing. Hornets 2nd down and 1 here. Ferguson hands ball off to Wheeler. And Wheeler is going to take it across the 50 down to the 48, 49. It'll be first down. Cold Grove. 11:54 left to go here. Fourth quarter, 35-21. Hornets. You guys, we'll get the scoreboard clock back up next week. I promise we won't make that mistake again by putting the battery packs on the wrong one. And as soon as we can, we will have this one back up. Ferguson takes a snap, hands off to Stapleton. Stapleton across the 45. He's been marked down 45, 46-yard line. And it's going to be second down after about a gain of 4, second and 6.
Second down 6.
Ferguson under center. He'll take the snap. He'll give off to Stapleton. And Stapleton will have the ball across the 40. Down to the, they're going to down him on the 40. And it's going to be third down, about 2 coming up. So Lucas trying to use Stapleton now to round out the game. In a chew it up kind of game. No extension cords yet. Next week, we'll do some extension cords. 10:15 left to go, fourth quarter. Hornets up 35-21. Ferguson under center. He'll take the snap. Hands off to Stapleton up the middle. Stapleton probably is going to have it, but it's going to be close. And they are going to measure it. And nope, they go ahead and call the first down. 6-3 Ironton. Well, so the Division I guys have a kicker, huh? That's what it sounds like anyway. Grove on the 40-yard line. Ferguson under center. Takes a snap. Hands off to Wheeler. Wheeler following his blockers. One Wheeler blocking, one Wheeler running. He's going to cover he's going to pass the 35 down to the 34, I believe. And a gain of about 4. Second and 6 coming up. Halftime, 6-3 at halftime. Well, Ironton doing good. Oh, turf stains, I guess. Turf burns on their butt. Maybe that would be better. Anyway, Ferguson's going to take the snap. He's going to, little keeper, he's going to have it up. He's going to cross the 30. Be down almost to the 25. Looks like they're going to take him down to the 26-yard line.
Ripped his helmet off. When his helmet came off, there was a play. It's probably 'cause it's a
And it's going to
face
be a first down.
Ripped his helmet off. Pulled his doggone helmet off.
So the quarterback had the helmet torn off, and he's got to go out for a play.
He didn't call the doggone flag.
Anyway, it was a first down. It looks like the clock's running. What's... Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm hearing... they're going to run the clock, and I don't know what the play clock looks like, but
What the heck are they doing?
they're going to run the time down and probably call a timeout here. Oh, there isn't a timeout.
Well, I don't understand what we're doing.
They're going to call a timeout before the play clock ends. And that is what Lucas decides to do. So kind of an odd thing there. It's 8:18 left to go here in the fourth quarter, 35-21. Oh, man, that's funny stuff. Yeah, I brought a backup clock, and it's just not coming on. So, because I got backups of everything, but I just put it on the wrong sticking battery pack because If you guys didn't know, just to let you know, if it is cold outside, batteries don't last as long. Okay. Let's see if we can get this one. For Cold Grove game, what is the score? 35-14. I keep saying that. 35-21 with 8:18 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Hey, Nathan McKnight, how's it going? Julie Phillips, which I assume that's the whole Phillips brood over there with the Phillips and the Coolies and the Edges. We'll try to get a clock up here for you as quick as possible, guys. It may not be anything through the end of the game because the clocks want it to go dead. But we'll just announce it really quick. Oh, here we go. Hornet first down. Mannon will take the snap. He picks it up, hands it to Wheeler. Actually fumbles it, and nothing doing there. And Mannon will come also. Mannon got to start in the win last week because he was out, but that one was, out of just running there and getting it. Didn't lose the ball. Picked up a yard. It's 2nd and 9 with 7:54 left to go here in the game. Ferguson back in at quarterback. He'll take the snap, hand off to Wheeler, and Wheeler, nothing doing there in the middle of that line. Kind of a weird spot to run it in, and we've had minimal success, with up the middle with anybody other than Stapleton. Stapleton can kind of bully his way up.
We're down 8 for the Hornets.
Third down 8 coming up. Ferguson pitches to Wheeler. He's going to be outside. He's going to be pulled down, but I believe he will pick up the first down. Down to the, and he's down to the, looks like the 15 to 14 yard line. Pick up of about 10, and it's a Hornet first down. 6:55 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Hornets up 35-21, trying to get a win here against Chesapeake, bring home the Little Brown Jug for our trophy case. It's been a couple years since we've had it. Yeah, if the Hornets can finish out this game, we're well on our way. High formation here for the Hornets. I-8 to be exact. Ferguson under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Ferguson. Ferguson hands the ball to Stapleton. Stapleton picks up a couple. And we're in clock burning mode is what we are. 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up here from the 12. I think at this point, I've given up that the clocks are coming back. So we'll just do this by hand, guys. If you're listening 6 minutes and rolling, we'll just announce at each play that they come up. First down and 10 here. 2nd and 8 here from the 12 coming up here. Ferguson takes it, pitch back to Wheeler. Wheeler runs through a tackle, and he's going to be up back to the 15. Probably loses a couple yards there. Gets hit in the backfield, but yeah, loss of about 4. So it's 3rd and 12 from the 16 now. Running a little pitch play to the short side of the field doesn't give your quick kids a lot of room to work with. Five minutes, 16 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Chesapeake has to score twice, down 35-21. So Hornets trying to chew off some of that clock here. 5:04. And it's going to be a pass, and it's going to be, Wheeler was wide open, and Ferguson not able to get it over top the outstretched hands of the defender, and it's going to be 4th down and 12 coming up. I say you run Newcomb in there and try to kick the field goal from there. Let's see what he decides to do. Yeah, there he's going to go. He's going to run out for the field goal. I like it. Justin Newcomb, we have not attempted a field goal all year. And Justin Newcomb has the range on the left foot there. And Newcomb is going to try to get, and it's going to be a delay game. Let's go back him up 5 yards, and I think that takes you out of kick range. The guy in the back is the one that keeps the play clock. That is the guy to throw that flag. It's a delay game. You got to listen. Hey, they're going to go for it. They're going to kick it anyway. Ball on 21-yard line, 31-yard. It's more than that. Down. Kick is up, and it's going to be blocked. And they can return that. That is returnable. And it's going to be a Chesapeake touchdown.
Number 9, Ian Hicks with the
I still like the call.
field goal attempt.
So they block the field goal attempt, pick it up, and return it. And that is a Chesapeake touchdown. Now, 35-27, but listen, I'm okay. I'm still okay with that. I like the call. That's going to happen. But 4:47, so they got to score. They had to score twice. 4:47. Hornets will have the ball again. Now it's Hornets, to me, need to be a little bit more aggressive. Chesapeake sets for the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. Kick is good.
The kick is good. Here we go.
Uh-oh. So we'll get you the scoreboard here, guys, with 4:47 left to go here in the game. Panthers 28, Hornets up. Hornets up 35-28. But I'm okay with that. Interesting, yeah. Listen, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that call. I don't know after the penalty I would have done it, but you know what? I'm okay with that call. Onside kick probably should be coming because we can wear the ball off. So it looks like the hands team is ready to go out. Of course, guys, that's pretty predictable, right? 4:47 left to go here. Fourth quarter. Big special teams played there by Chesapeake. And I'm sure this is going to be one of it. Listen, Hornets, where the Hornets are up, they have they've got a little bit of extra thing, but this is probably going to be an onside kick right here.
Number 2, Malachi Wheeler.
Wheeler and Simpson are back, but the hands team, this is not going to be any kind of a return. Probably not what you want to do. And they're probably going to kick the onside kick right here. I'd say this is what this formation is for. We knew it was an onside kick that was coming, and Hornets are going to recover. Hornets had to be ready for that, but I'm surprised they didn't come up on it. Kicked off from the 40. That was close, but Hornets recover, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Current score 35-28 after the blocked field goal return. And we'll see how aggressive Coach Lucas and the Hornets want to be here. They have not been aggressive in the third quarter at all. Happy with that 2, 3-yard, 4-yard gains. Ferguson under center, goes to the full house, gives to Wheeler. And Wheeler will have the ball up past the 50. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 coming up here. Hornets trying to stretch that sideline, which I like. I'd run it back the other way to the other side. And then I'd do a pitch fake, and just have a dive come straight up the middle. That's the one problem with trap offenses, is that whenever you see the traps coming, linebackers can read very, very quickly. Full house formation here for the Hornets. Hand off to Chase Hall. And Chase Hall makes a move, and he's going to be taken out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 20, and there's flags on the play, and that's going to one is in a spot where it's coming back. Probably holding.
What is this? Really?
Or a legal shift.
Holding against Colbert.
It is holding, and that's going to back it up 10 yards from there. So it's going to be second down and about 15.
That's a load of crap. You give me one of those called on the outside edge against them, and I'll listen to it. Come on.
Ball will be placed at the 42-yard line of the Hornets. Second down, 13.
Second and 13 coming up for the Hornets, and again, we'll see. With second and 13, got to be a little bit aggressive. 3:50 left to go here in the game.
We tried to hand them a win.
And you're right, James. Good setup is stay in bounds. Besides the wide side field, they're going to go back to that full house formation, and there's going to be a timeout, Hornets.
Timeout, Hornets.
Lucas did not like something.
Come on, Hornets.
Come down here with the clock during the timeout so you can see the score and things there. Let's see if we got any. See if we got enough clock here. Nope. Well, sorry about that, guys. Always get a school at Chesapeake. I think it's been okay. You know, there's gonna be bad calls in every game. Some places you go and you get more bad calls than others, but yeah, I think for the most part you got to play above that, and that's what good teams do. So. Hey.
What?
Here we go. Second down, 13.
Oh. Mark, I'll take your challenge, sir.
She'll take that dollar, Mark. She'll take that dollar. 35-28, 3:50 left to go here. Oh, man. I'm sorry, that's funny. That's going to be handed off to Stapleton, and Stapleton is going to carry the ball up. Past the 45, down to the 47, and timeout Chesapeake. Not halftime. Oh, I guess I didn't take the time off. I didn't take the timeout off, so we'll turn it back down here in the timeout. Uh, 3:42 left to go here. It's going to be third down and 8 for the Hornets. I say a little pitch to the wide side of the field and let your quick kids, or if you're not going to do that, then come back, play action, roll to your right, hit a 5-yard out, and let them do the work. Should be able to pick up 8 yards with no problems. Third down and 8 again. 35-28, Chesapeake calling a timeout, trying to conserve time. And Hornets were up by 2 scores. The last drive attempted a field goal that was blocked and picked up and returned for a touchdown. I've seen that happen in a college game before. That kick 6 for Alabama, which I laughed about for a long, long time. Unfortunately, Amber Runyon is not on live to see this or to hear that because I like to take my shots at Alabama. But it is third down and 8 for the Hornets. Giving it to Wheeler, and Wheeler's going to be bottled up.
32, Malachi Wheeler on the carry, brought down by the Chesapeake Panthers. Brings up a fourth down.
Unfortunately, I think that Chesapeake was a little bit up on that more so than what we were. The line, just a flood of Panther players coming through.
Number 20, Newcomb back to punt.
Brandon, it's fun. It's fun to complain about that. Oh, it's running into the kicker, but the kick was blocked, so what they're going to do, it's going to be a turnover either way. It's going to be a turnover, but there was a block kick, and there's going to be a block kick on special teams, and that is going to be a turnover either way. You can't fumble that and get the ball back off of a block kick. But they just said it was Hornet ball. Unless Chesapeake got possession of it. Oh, now I've got to get this because there are going to be people right now that are going ape crap crazy, and I want to know. I actually don't know what's happening.
They blocked the kick and then went down, and then we recovered the fumble.
They blocked the kick, but blocking a kick, it should still be a turn.
Touch the ball, then we recovered.
Oh, so they blocked a kick, they touched the ball, then we actually recovered. I guess it's like a fumble. I don't know, but wow.
But I swear, if there should have been a flag because Justin's foot was going up. Yeah.
I can't get their faces, but it's I don't know what's happening. We'll just leave it here and watch the referees and see what the official is because somebody gonna lose their mind. I wish I had a split screen that I could put on here, but this is a big call. They took possession and fumbled. And now they've reversed the call. So again, I wish I had a split screen because somebody is going to go nuts over that. But either way, if you were aggressive and you tried to work to get, if you were aggressive and tried to get the first down, Chesapeake made a couple plays. You got to be able to go after this. Yeah, man, listen, guy, I don't know. Interesting. So 2 minutes, 48 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter, 35-28. They called it initially Colgrove ball and then reversed the call. I don't know why you would make the call and then come back. I think I would have just talked it over and then made the call. So then I think that's what Coach Lucas is a little more upset about. But I think at this point it's more of a distraction. I think the Hornets have to go in. Many ways to blow game. Yeah, I think the Hornets have to go in right now and be that gritty team in order to pull out a win. Defense can win the game. Richendaler takes it. He's going to take it inside, and he's going to score. So two big special teams plays by the Chesapeake Panthers have them tied, and we'll see if they're going to, are they going to kick, or it looks like that they are going to, I don't know why. So 2 minutes, 39 seconds left to go, 35-34. And again, the Hornets, two big plays by the Panthers on special teams have been only two scores.
And the kick is good. We got a tie ball.
35-35 with 2:39 left to go here in the game. And it's been all special teams plays. Block punt. Well, it's not all special team game, but a big block punt there by Chesapeake. And the returned field goal attempt is what has got them. Hornets have not scored this half. So Hornets are going to have to stop trying to eat clock, and that was my only fear coming into it, is that you had to be able to be aggressive. If you can score again, then you score again.
You all gotta beat the refs now. You gotta beat the refs. The refs are cheating for it.
Everybody's
The refs are cheating for it.
the refs are cheating for it. Here's what I think. I think our guys need to get a fire in their belly and come after it.
You all gotta beat the refs. The refs are cheating for it. You gotta beat the refs.
Man, I'm sorry. Oh, man, it makes me laugh. No, I think we've been very conservative this half, and we've tried to kind of bleed the clock. And, you know, I think we need to be more aggressive with our play calling. When you're up by 2 scores, you know, that's not a lot. So Chesapeake going back to kickoff. Simpson and Wheeler back deep.
Players can't do it, but the refs will cheat for it. Come on now. Come on, Hornets.
And we're going to carry the ball across the 20 down to the 23, and it'll be first down and 10 Hornets. 2 minutes, 31 seconds. So, like I said, I wish that we would have used that at the half to use that 2-minute opportunity to work on a 2-minute offense. And that's where we're at right now. 2:31 left to go, fourth quarter. And I'd go back to what was working. I'd attack the outside. Ferguson takes a snap. Hands a counter to Chase Hall. And Chase Hall, big gain down to the 50-yard line. Has the Hornets in business. 2:20 left to go. Clock will stop as the chains reset. And there's a Chesapeake kid that is playing without a cleat. Hand off to Wheeler. And Wheeler's going to be taken out after a 5-yard gain. Second down. Second down and 5 coming up here for the Hornets. 2:13. There's going to be an official's timeout. Kid ran out of his shoe, played that play out. You can't call timeout for him. Ferguson. And that's going to be an offside on Chesapeake. That'll result in a first down for the Hornets. There's some excited people on the other side of me, guys, which is why isn't a penalty if you fake movement towards the line. I don't know. I would think that maybe that's an illegal shift. Maybe. I don't know. But that is going to give the Hornets a first down at the 40-yard line. 2:13. Clock is stopped due to the penalty. Ferguson's going to go under center. Hands off to Wheeler. And Wheeler will have the ball down across the 30, across the 35, down to about the 30. I'm going to call it the 33. Be second down and 4 coming up. And I don't know if Chase is related to Randy or not. His dad's name is oh crap. I cannot hear Bob. Ferguson, quarterback run up the middle, and he's going to have the first down up to the 25. 1:34 and counting here. We're just going to have to get the ball quick. They're running play over to take the play call. Clock stops, 1:30 and counting. Hornets going to have to get on. I think the Hornets have one timeout left. I'm sorry. They have at least one timeout, maybe two. Chase Hall Ferguson under center. Hands off to Wheeler. And Wheeler is going to be dropped for a short gain across the 25 down to the 24. 2nd down and 8. They're going to give him 2 yards on it, but it's a minute 5 seconds. This is why they need to be able to call in the no huddle. 55, 54 seconds and counting. I wish there was a clock up so you guys could be as nervous as what we are here. Ferguson under center takes a snap. Counter play to Hall. And Hall's going to be knocked out of bounds. I believe that was Hall. And Hall is going to have it down inside the 10-yard line. Right at the 10. 10-yard line, 9-yard line. First and goal from the 10. 42 seconds left to play.
Ball will be placed right at the 10-yard line. First down goal from the 10. 32 seconds.
Ferguson takes a snap, hands off to Hall. And chases down inside the 5-yard line down to the 2. And the clock is running. Second down and 1 with 29 seconds, and it'll be a timeout, Hornets. .35 all, 29.7 seconds left to go. So first quarter looked really good for the Hornets. Offensively, defensively, Second half, Hornets defense have looked much better, but the offense kind of took a dive. I think it's probably because of some more conservative play calling and chewing some clock. And he was stopped on the 2, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2. And odds are that this one is going to Austin Stapleton at the goal line. As you can see, some people are kind of excited about it, so. Turn around, hand to Stapleton, and Stapleton is going to score. Touchdown. .41-35, and now the extra point. It's been kind of a hit and miss with special teams, but our extra points, knock on wood, has been consistent. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good, and it is good. So with 25.6 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter, the Hornets take the lead, 42-35. Looks very similar to what happened last week. Let's see if the defense can come up here with a big stop. Kickoff coverage, super important. However, you guys, 271 on right now. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us here in Cola. My name's Josh Wheeler. We do this every Friday night, provided we can. with service and that kind of thing. And the Hornets have taken the lead with 25.6 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, 42-35. They've been up by as many as 21 points in this game. And due to a couple big special teams, which that's that third part of this game that we don't really talk about a lot, Chesapeake got back in the game. A little squib kick, and that one's going to be a squib kick out of bounds, and it's going to give the Panthers the ball on the 35-yard line. So you're going to watch it. No time off the clock. That's the big thing you'd like to see on a kickoff, take a little bit of time off the clock. But Chesapeake's only got one timeout. It says they got two, but I know that they've called at least two timeouts earlier in the half. So you're going to see, I think you're going to see, you're going to have to see some throwing. I don't know what the story is here. They're going to kick it again because so Chesapeake, instead of taking the ball on the 35, they're going to have, they can decline, well, they decline the penalty and re-kick. Yeah, Braden, not a chance. Not a chance. We're onside kicking. You know, Sue, I agree with you. What a game. I would have preferred to be winning by 21. But, you know, who's counting, right? 25.6 seconds left. I think it's interesting that Chesapeake decided to re-kick whenever they had the ball on the 35. Now they do pick up 6 yards, but at the cost of 10 seconds. Now, would you rather have the 10 seconds or would you rather have the 6 yards? Me personally, I think I'd rather have the 10 seconds. I don't know about you, but that's kind of a weird call by Chesapeake. So Chesapeake, 16 and a half seconds left to go in this game, down 42-35. And the fans here are getting a little loud. 4 receivers out, empty backfield. And it's going to be a screen pass right there. Good call, David. And Jared Hicks is going to cut him down at the 45-yard line. It's going to be about a 4-yard gain. And there's going to be a timeout. And there's going to be a timeout, Panthers. Now, what you got to teach your secondary here is, I think with the secondary, if they get burnt, if they let somebody get behind them, I think you just got to tackle them. I think you got to take the 15-yard penalty, let the clock run off, and take the 15-yarder. Use the rules to your advantage. So you could actually do that 2 times without having any problems with it whatsoever. I think with 10 seconds left, 2 plays, if they're really trying to get it down the field, it's going to help them run the timeout. .4 seconds left to go in this game. Hornets up 42-35 here in the fourth quarter. And again, you got to instruct it. It's going to be a pass all the way. We know that. Ball's on the ground. And there is no time. They have no timeouts. They have no timeouts. They called 2 timeouts. It says they have a timeout, but I know earlier in the game, they called 2 timeouts to try to conserve clock with about 3 minutes left. There is no way that they have any timeouts left. Either way, 1.6 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter after Richendaler lost the ball And it's going to be, it doesn't matter, second down and a lot. It doesn't matter how much, but you can see the 1.6 seconds. So obviously you're just going to load up and launch it. And if they get behind, listen, pass interference, they're going to have one more play and the game is over. I think that's the way you do it. So we're going to back this up because we know what's going to happen. And that's a sack, and that is going to do it. A sack by Ben Compliment. And the Hornets are going to come out of this one a winner and get the Little Brown Jug back with a big win, 42-35. Why not add a little bit of drama into the thing and the Little Brown Jug coming back to Colgrove? I don't know what they had to do. Got the Little Brown Jug. But we're going to get the Little Brown Jug. Where do they deliver it? They've got to deliver it. Watch, they're not going to do it. I was like, you got to go get it and then bring it back and then celebrate. Big win there for the Hornets. That's a good momentum booster going into next week's playoff game. Let's see if they bring us the brown jug. I think they're waiting on it. Let's see if they bring it. Who's bringing it? There is the Little Brown Jug, folks. So, guys, thanks for coming and hanging out with me here tonight. Certainly appreciate it. It was a good game, a little closer than what I would have liked after the first half. But hey, it is what it is. If you do us a quick favor. We're gonna turn this thing around here. Do us a quick favor. Make sure that you post in the comments. Let the players know. They always go back and watch the games. Make sure to let the players know that they did an awesome job, a great job. Win, lose, or draw. We just want to make sure to lift them up and support them. And, hey, we've got a playoff game coming back to the Grove next Saturday night, and we'll do our best to be right here for you. So my name is Josh Wheeler. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me here tonight. I certainly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys got all kinds of fun out of this game, and everything was coming through nice, clean, and clear. But we'll see you next week. Again, we appreciate it. Stay safe. Talk to you soon.